Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with the topic called as stability factors. And what do we mean by stability factors? Let's see. And today we are going to see apologies by different biasing methods, or I would say thermal stabilization methods. Now, what do we mean by stability factors? Is there are different biasing circuits to keep the Q point stable on the DC load line in the active region. Now, the main criteria for our Q point was to keep it in the active region, to keep it on the DC load line and in the center of the DC load line. That was our main priority. Now, stability factor is a parameter which decides to what extent a biasing method is successful to keep the Q point stable. Now, change in IC is a function of three parameters that we had discussed previously. It was one due to ICO, then the second one was due to VBE, and then third one it was due to beta. Now, this can be mathematically written as the delta IC is a function of either some change in ICO or some change in VBE or some change in beta. Now, this expansion can be expanded by using Taylor series expansion as total change in IC, that is nothing but delta IC, can be given as some change in IC upon ICO by some change in ICO, some change in IC upon DABA IC by DABA VB into some change in VB plus DABA IC by DABA beta into some change in beta, that is nothing but delta beta. Now, from the above equation A, we can define three stability factors, that is given by SI. That is nothing but stability factor for current is given by S, is given by delta IC by delta ICO, keeping the another two terminals, that is nothing but VBE and we are delta VBE and delta beta constant, that is nothing but there is no change in them. Also, this S is also known as SICO. SV is given by S dash, which is equals to stability factor of voltage. So it is given by DABA IC by DABA ICO, keeping DABA IC by DABA VBE आएगा बेटा यहाँ पे, जस्ट अ मोमेंट. हाँ, यहाँ पे डाबा VBE आएगा. देयर इज सम प्रिंटिंग मिस्टेक हो गया, माय बैड. हाँ, डाबा VBE कीपिंग डेल्टा ICO, keeping delta ICO and delta beta equals to 0. Now, similarly, the last, that is nothing but S beta, which is given by S double dash, which is equal to DABA IC by DABA beta, which is equals to keeping delta ICO and delta VB equals to constant. Now, variation in IC due to the change in ICO, that is the first parameter over here, is very large compared to the change due to VBE and beta. Hence, normally stability factor is defined as S or SI. Now, the general formula for stability factor S or SI, I'll directly give you the formula, so we don't need to worry about it and there is no derivation expected. So we'll be directly moving on to the final formula for stability, that is given by S is equals to, let me see whether it is visible or not. I hope it is visible now. Yes. S is given by 1 plus beta upon 1 minus beta into DABA IB by DABA IC. Hence, to find the stability factor S of any biasing circuit, we can follow the following steps. First, we need to differentiate it with respect to IB if we want to find out the formula, if we need to carry out the formula. But generally, the formulas are not to be derived. It will be directly, it has to be directly written. So, the formula for S is given by 1 plus beta upon 1 minus beta into DABA IB by DABA IC. The formula is directly given over here. Now, biasing methods or thermal stabilization. This is where your first circuit is being run into implementation. This will be the first parameter to keep your Q point, or I would say the first circuit to make an attempt to keep the Q point in the center of the DC load line in the active region. Now, what is it? What is the circuit looks like? Let's see, beta. You have a BJT first of all. Now, BJT के input पे you have a RB resistor and an RC resistor, both connected to positive of VCC. You have an emitter which is connected to ground. Now, this BJT का base, or I would say this common terminal, is given to a coupling capacitor CC1, and this is nothing but the source of the AC source which provides you the AC voltage which has to be amplified. So this is the source. Again, moving back to the output section, यहाँ पे आपके पास RC से यहाँ पे output होगा. It is passed through a coupling capacitor. What do we mean by that? I'll let you know. And यहाँ पे you have a load resistor. Now this load can be any device which consumes electricity. For example, it can be a speaker, it can be what do you say, an iron, it can be a fridge, what TV, washing machine, whatsoever. Any device that consumes electricity is known as load. Now when you pass on the electricity, when you pass on the voltage, it is of proper sine wave. But when it comes out through the BJT, it is in cosine wave. It is phase shifted by 180 degree. Hence, I would say it is if you are applying Vi over here, then you would get minus Vo over. Then you would get Vo, which is out of phase of the input. Now let us define one terms, one and all the terms. Now RS is the output. Before that, if you look carefully over here in this graph, now before the capacitor, you have a voltage which has AC plus some DC component in it. Can you see that it is shifted from the x-axis? ये थोड़ा सा ऊपर है बेटा by some certain amount. So this graph has some DC part along with the AC part over here. ये AC के साथ ये certain DC भी है. So after passing it to the capacitor, the DC parts gets removed or discarded, and only pure AC is allowed to reach the base. And after it passes to the BJT, there is again some occurrence of DC parameter into the output signal. After this DC plus AC signal is led to pass through the coupling capacitor 2, which then allows only pure AC to reach the load. Now this is where your coupling capacitor comes into picture. Now we'll define one and all what are the terminologies. RS, that is the resistance of source, that is nothing but the output resistance of source. If you look carefully, इसका output इसका इनपुट है, इसका आउटपुट, ये मेरे ट्रांजिस्टर का और एम्पलीफायर का आउटपुट मेरा लोड रेजिस्टेंस को इनपुट हो जाता है. मेरे ये सोर्स का आउटपुट और मेरे ट्रांजिस्टर का इनपुट, दे मीट एट दिस कपलिंग कैपेसिटर पॉइंट, और आई वुड से द कपलिंग पॉइंट. नाउ Vs इज द सोर्स वोल्टेज, देन वी हैव CC1 और CC2 और CB. इफ़ आई वुड हैव CC1 जो यहाँ पे है, CC1 और CB और CI और इनपुट कपलिंग कैपेसिटर, एज द नेम इट इज नोन एज द कपलिंग और द ब्लॉकिंग कैपेसिटर. इट इज यूज्ड टू ब्लॉक DC coming from the source and allow pure AC to reach to the base. If CC1 is not present, DC condition of the amplifier will change due to DC voltage coming from the source. If you look carefully, यहाँ पे मेरे पास DC का presence था, DC signal था थोड़ा सा. Now RB is the biasing resistor. RC is to limit the collector current and to convert output current into output voltage over here, so that the amplifier works as a voltage amplifier. Now CC2 is again, it blocks DC voltage and at collector, and VCQ it blocks DC voltage at the collector and allows pure AC to reach the load. Now DC analysis. To do DC analysis, first we draw the DC equivalent circuit. For this, there are two important steps that we do follow for DC equivalent circuit. We do first is we open all the capacitors and we short all AC sources. Now if you look into this diagram, if I open all the capacitors, then this part of the circuit gets removed, and if I open this capacitor, then this part gets removed. So the only main part is this one which is there over here. So now if you look carefully into the diagram, the only part remaining is this. And can I break this VCC ka line into two sections? VCC, but of course has a positive and a negative terminal attached to it. So can I just break this VCC into two terminologies? Say एक VCC का टुकड़ा यहाँ पे जाएगा, एक VCC का पार्ट यही जाएगा. The VCC total amount would remain the same. It is just that for simplification मैं एक VCC का पार्ट यहाँ पे ले लेता हूँ, VCC का पार्ट एक यहाँ पे ले लेता हूँ. So it can be simply represented by a circuit somewhat in this fashion. Now before we proceed further, now just a moment. Now, first things first, what let us apply a KVL in the base loop. So if I apply a KVL in the base loop over here, so can I have VCC? I'll start from the positive terminal of VCC. So this becomes VCC minus IBRB minus VBE equals to 0. Quite simple enough. I'll repeat the statement. VCC, I'll start with the positive terminal of VCC and I'll come back to the negative terminal. I'll start with positive VCC. आई स्टार्ट आई अप्रोच. मैं जब किसी को अप्रोच करता हूँ मैं पॉजिटिव से ही अप्रोच करता हूँ, पर वो बंदा हमेशा मुझे नेगेटिव ही दे के जाता है. सो दिस इज़ हाउ आई रिमेंबर दैट इट गिव्स यू अ नेगेटिव साइन ऑन ली. जब कोई छोड़ के जाता है तब नेगेटिव ख्याल रह जाते हैं उनके. सो सिमिलरली VCC minus IBRB minus VBE equals to 0. So now this equation can be changed to somewhat over here. I'll show you. Now, if you look carefully over here, can we have VCC minus IBQ, because we are dealing with Q or quiescent conditions now. So it will be VCC minus IBQRB minus VBE equals to 0. So therefore, can I have the equation for IB as VCC minus VB upon RB? That is nothing but VCC minus VB upon RB. Now look carefully over here. Can I say VCC is fixed because it is a DC voltage, VBE is fixed because it is 0.7 for a transistor, and RB, the value of resistor, is fixed. Since all these parameters are fixed in nature, my IB is fixed. If my IB is fixed, can I say IB के वजह से your IC, which is nothing but beta IB, if this is what do you say fixed, अगर ये एक फिक्स वैल्यू है तो बीटा भी फिक्स ही होगा आपके ट्रांजिस्टर का. एंड यू कैन से दैट योर IC will also be fixed in nature. Hence can I say your IB and ICQ will also be fixed. Since everything is fixed in nature, this circuit is called as fixed bias. Now to find ICQ, it is nothing but ICQ is equals to beta into IBQ. Find VCQ, that is nothing but apply KVL in the collector loop. Now if I apply KVL in the collector loop over here बच्चा, तब क्या होगा देखना एक बार. Now if I start from this part of the what do you say battery, I start with this polarity, positive polarity. So it start VCC minus ICRC minus VCEQ equals to 0. I'll repeat. I'll start with positive polarity. I'll make a circle and I'll come back to the negative terminal. So I'll start with positive VCC plus VCC. VCC minus ICRC minus VCEQ equals to 0. So this is what the equation is being written over here. VCC minus ICQRC minus VCEQ equals to 0. Now therefore can I say that this VCEQ, I would now like to take this VCEQ over here. I'll take a jump from this side, and VCEQ equals to VCC minus ICQRC. Now please do pay attention. Phase relation between VI and VO, how is it out of phase? Now as your input increases, can I say your IB increases? Now your IB increases, so can I say your IC will increase? Now if that is the case, if your IC is increasing over here, can I say more amount of voltage is getting subtracted from VCC? Therefore पहले मेरे पास सिर्फ 100 ही पॉइंट सपोज से डिडक्ट हो रहे थे, अभी IC के बढ़ने की वजह से 120 डिडक्ट हो रहा है VCC में से. सो कैन आई से नाउ माई VCEQ इज डिक्रीजिंग इन नेचर. इफ माई VCEQ decreases, that is nothing but the output voltage in the case of a common emitter configuration. So my VCE decreases. Therefore in CE configuration, input and output voltages are out of phase. Oof, big term. Now stability factor for what do you say fixed bias configuration. Now what happens is S is equals to the formula is being given as 1 plus beta upon 1 plus beta into 0. This is being derived. You don't need to derive every time. You just need to remember the stability factors for different biasing circuits. Luckily for you, you have what do you say S is equals to 1 plus beta for fixed bias. So yes, it becomes very much simpler for you to remember. Now comment on the stability of Q point. Now what do we mean by this 1 plus beta? Now stability factor is given by S is equals to DABA IC by DABA ICO is equals to 1 plus beta. That means your S is ranging from 21 to 301, or I would say 401, depending upon the book which you are referring. I am referring what do you say, Donald Neiman, जिसमें बीटा का रेंज इज गिवन फ्रॉम 20 to 400. ये 20 to 300 भी रेंज हो सकता है बेटा, इट्स नॉट एन इशू. सो 1 plus 20 और 1 plus 300 ऐसे ये लोग ने लिया है. नाउ so can I say your DABA IC is equals to 301 times DABA ICO. That means slight change in temperature causing a small change in ICO will be responsible for a large change in ICQ. Hence shift in Q point will be more. Again हमने ये सर्किट क्यों डिज़ाइन किया था, क्योंकि भाई हमारा Q point we wanted our Q point to be in the center of the DC load line. If that is the case, then again the circuit has some problem. That means now a slight change in temperature causes more change in IC. This will cause thermal runaway. If you remember, we had that diagram जहाँ पे आपका T बढ़ता है, T बढ़ने से ICBO बढ़ता है, ICBO से ICEO बढ़ता है, ICEO से IC बढ़ता है, IC से आपका वापस टेम्परेचर बढ़ रहा है. तो दैट थर्मल रन अवे हुआ था वहाँ पे. नाउ अ स्लाइट चेंज इन टेम्परेचर causes more change in IC. This will cause thermal runaway till the transistor is damaged. Therefore, can I say my ICQ is equals to beta times IB. जो मेरा IB का वैल्यू था मैंने वो लिखा VCC minus VB upon RB. It means if beta also changes in this equation, then ICQ will change. This will cause the Q point to shift. It means if one transistor is replaced with another the Q point will shift. This indicates that the stability is poor for variation in device parameter. In other words, why did what do you say, हमें ये problem आया, then what did we do? Now there was what do you say, दिस पार्ट इज़ नाउ स्किप्ड फ्रॉम योर सिलेबस, बट मैं फोकस करूँगा कि जानबूझ के ये टॉपिक पढ़ाया जाए, बिकॉज दिस इज़ वेयर इसके बाद का जो कॉन्फ़िगरेशन रहेगा वो इससे कनेक्टेड है बच्चा. सो स्किपिंग दैट पॉइंट ऑल्सो इज़ नॉट अ गुड term. Even if you have friends in another college, please do tell them that to study fixed bias with self bias or emitter forward bias. What do we mean by that? Let's see beta. In this type of biasing, an emitter resistance, that is nothing but RE, is added between emitter and ground over here. इन दोनों के बीच में, emitter और ground के बीच में एक resistance RE को add किया जाता है. Now to do DC analysis, open all caps and short all AC sources. So now your circuit looks like जहाँ से आपका कैपेसिटर वाला टर्म ये टर्म निकल गया, यहाँ से आपका ये टर्म निकल गया, आपने VCC को किटकैट ब्रेक करके दोनों साइड से ऐसे कनेक्ट कर दिया सर्किट डायग्राम में. सो नाउ your diagram looks somewhat like this. So now if you look carefully, यहाँ पे the diagram में, just a moment है बेटा, and the equation over here. Now to do DC analysis, what did we do? We opened all caps and we short all AC sources. So apply KVL in base loop. So if I apply KVL in base loop over here बेटा, तो यहाँ पे क्या आएगा, VCC minus IBRB minus VBE minus IERE equals to 0. Now what did I do? ये जो IE आपका बनता है, this IE over here, the one which is flowing through this IE. Now if you remember, your IE was given by IC plus IB. In the previous videos we did saw that your IE was comprised of IC plus IB. So क्या मैं कह सकता हूँ ये IE की जगह यहाँ पे IC plus IB flow हो रहा है. So that is the same thing that I have done for what do you say, for writing down the KVL in the base loop. So your KVL in base loop looks something like this: VCC minus IBRB minus VBE minus IERE, which is equals to 0. Now putting IC is equals to beta IB over here. यहाँ पे मेरे पास जो IC था मैंने उसमें बीटा IB सब्सटीट्यूट किया, तो मेरे पास यहाँ से IB कॉमन हो गया एंड 1 प्लस बीटा अंदर रह जाएगा, द वन विच आई हैव रिटन ओवर हियर. Let me see whether it is visible or not, beta. Just a moment. Now, if I substitute IC is equals to beta IB over here, then I am having VCC which minus IBRB, IBQRB minus VBE minus IBQ 1 plus beta into RE equals to 0. Now I need to take all the IB terms together. So can I have VCC minus IBQ common, RB plus 1 plus beta RE, जो ये वाला पार्ट था कॉमन, ये मैंने इधर ले लिया, minus VBE equals to 0. Can I take this IB के साथ वाला term on the other side and put resistances down? So in simpler word, there is nothing but current equals to voltage upon resistor. So the current here we are talking about is IBQ. The voltage we are talking talking is VCC minus VBE, and the resistance that we are talking is RB plus 1 plus beta RE. Now your IC, in order to find your ICQ and IEQ, ICQ is given by beta IB, and IEQ is given by IBQ plus ICQ. In order to find your VCEQ, you will apply a KVL in the collector loop. तो आप VCC से start करोगे बेटा. So if you start your journey from VCC, the equation would be something like this: VCC minus ICRC minus VCE minus IERE equals to 0. Now, if you take your VCEQ on the other side over here, your equation becomes VCEQ equals to VCC minus ICRC minus IERE. Hence, the stability factor over here is given by a formula: S is equals to 1 plus beta upon 1 plus beta into RE upon RB plus RE. Now, what happens is, if you look at मैंने डेरिवेशन का पार्ट नहीं बताया पहले, बिकॉज इट इज़ नॉट एक्सपेक्टेड. यहाँ पे द वैल्यू जो यहाँ पे ब्रैकेट में था डाबा आई बी बाई डाबा आई सी, इट इज़ बीन गिवन बाय माइनस आर ई अपॉन आर बी प्लस आर ई. जस्ट रिमेंबर दिस माइनस साइन है बेटा, विच वी हैव सब्स्टिट्यूटेड एज माइनस के ओवर हियर. Putting this general formula for S, the formula for stability turns out to be 1 plus beta upon 1 plus beta into RE upon RB plus RE. Now, there are certain, comments on the Q point, but rather than going for that comments, I would rather start with something important. Now, concept of negative feedback in self bias. Now, what happens is, if you look carefully over here, can I say यहाँ पे it has been written as डाबा IB by डाबा IC is equals to minus K. Can I take this IC over here? So your equation would become डाबा IB, which is equals to minus K into डाबा IC. So now, concept of negative feedback in self bias. Now, the equation डाबा IB is which is equals to minus K into डाबा IC indicates that as the output quantity I O, which is nothing but IC, which increases. अगर suppose आपका ये increase हुआ, can I say my input quantity, that is nothing but I, that is nothing but IB will decrease, because we have a minus sign over here. In order to make you understand, we have a small diagram over here. So this IC आपका जब बढ़ रहा है बच्चा, due to then this equation, it is then your IB is getting decreased. Why? Because we have a negative sign over here. It means variation in output is causing variation in input, but this is not possible until and unless there is a connection from output to input. This connection from output to input is via your RE, because if RE is removed, decrease in IB due to increasing IC is not possible. Hence, अगर मैंने ये निकाल दिया, अगर मैंने ये RE यहाँ से निकाल दिया, then there will be a positive feedback. As output increases, input also increases. बट ऑफ कोर्स नेगेटिव फीडबैक से क्या हुआ, इनपुट डिक्रीजेस विथ इंक्रीज इन द आउटपुट. जैसे जैसे मेरा ये आउटपुट बढ़ता जाएगा बेटा, वैसे वैसे यहाँ पे देखो प्लस है, बिकॉज दिस समेशन साइन हैज अ प्लस ओवर हियर. सो अगर मेरा आउटपुट बढ़ा तो मेरा इनपुट भी बढ़ेगा, दैट इज़ फॉर पॉजिटिव फीडबैक. बट अगर सपोज मेरा नेगेटिव फीडबैक जा रहा है, मतलब मेरा नेगेटिव हो रहा है कुछ, मतलब यहाँ पे अगर मेरा आउटपुट बढ़ा ना बेटा, तो मेरा ये इनपुट कम होगा. नाउ सिंस द इंक्रीज इन आउटपुट करंट IC is causing decrease in the input current IB, this type of feedback is called as negative feedback. Now, hence RE provides DC negative feedback to improve the stability of Q point. But of course, we want the Q point to be stable. But in order to do that, what has to be done? Let's see beta. Now, in order to use that, we use a bypass capacitor. Now, what do we mean by a bypass capacitor? First of all, let us understand what is a capacitor. A capacitor is a device which allows only AC to pass through it and it blocks DC. I am again repeating, वो AC को allow करेगा और DC को block करेगा. Now, what do is DC negative feedback by RE is desirable for stability, मान लिया. But when AC signal to be amplified is applied at the input, RE also provides AC negative feedback. We don't want AC negative feedback. Now, what happens is this decreases your gain of amplifier. This is not desirable. To overcome this, a bypass capacitor CE, as you can see over here, A bypass capacitor CE is connected across RE. CE works as open for DC. Therefore, DC negative feedback remains. We want DC negative feedback, but we don't want AC negative feedback. So what can be done? But it acts. But for AC, it is shorted. Therefore, AC negative feedback is avoided. Something which we want, something which is most desirable. हम चाहते हैं कि DC नेगेटिव फीडबैक रहे सर्किट में, पर AC नेगेटिव फीडबैक ना रहे, इसलिए हम एक बाईपास कैपेसिटर का इंक्लूजन करते हैं यहाँ पे. नाउ दिस वाज ऑल फॉर फिक्स्ड bias and fixed bias with self bias. Now in the next video we'll be starting up or I would say let's continue. Why to proceed for the next video? It's much better when we are in sync, so that it becomes easier for you to understand. Now the next topic which I am going to start is related to your, what do you say, main or main biasing, or I would say the most important biasing in the syllabus, the one which provides you proper amplification and many more things to be done. Now before starting that, I would say that my students might be having the idea of what do you say, the Thevenin theorem. So we are going to use Thevenin theorem over here. If not, please do recall your Thevenin theorem, or do study or do view the Thevenin theorem once, so that it becomes easier for you to understand the concept. Now it is known as, the concept that we are going to discuss right now is potential divider biasing with emitter bias. Now in this type of biasing, what do we do is in this type of biasing we have two resistances R1 and R2 as shown, which works as a potential divider. पोटेंशियल डिवाइडर ब्रेक कीजिए बेटा, उसे पोटेंशियल मतलब वोल्टेज, डिवाइडर मतलब डिवाइड करना. तो वो क्या करता है, यहाँ से जो इनपुट आने वाला जो वोल्टेज है उसे वो डिवाइड करता है इतने सफिशिएंट अमाउंट में कि जितना मुझे बेस पे चाहिए, कि भाई मुझे एक सर्टन अमाउंट ही बेस पे चाहिए ताकि मेरा जो जंक्शन JBE है वो फॉरवर्ड बायस्ड रहे, वो उतना ही प्रोवाइड करेगा एंड बाकी का वो डिस्कार्ड कर देगा. सो माई पोटेंशियल डिवाइडर सर्किट प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल in order to make my transistor work as an amplifier in the active region. Now such that the voltage at a base is enough to make JBE forward biased and keep the Q point in the active region, normally in the center of the DC load line. Hence the functions of RE and CE are same as explained in the previous what do you say emitter fixed bias with what do you say fixed bias with emitter forward bias. Now for DC analysis we draw the DC equivalent circuit by shorting AC sources and opening all caps. तो भाई मैंने जो भी कैपेसिटर था उसको ओपन कर दिया एंड कोई अगर AC DC सोर्स है अंदर तो भाई उसको मैंने कर दिया. तो फिलहाल तो मेरे पास ये मैंने कैपेसिटर को ओपन कर दिया, तो भाई ये कैपेसिटर की वजह से RL गया, ये CE गया एंड यहाँ से CC1 से ये निकल गया. तो ये सर्किट रिमेन्स ऑफ द मेन what do you say module now, main transistor with RC, RE, R1 and R2. Now what happens is, if I take my VCC and if I do a KitKat break over here, so your VCC would come over here. Now one terminal of VCC is connected from what do you say one terminal of your R1 is connected from base to VCC. Similarly your R2 is connected from base to ground. So you need to make sure that while doing this configuration आप R1 और R2 को mix up ना कर दो. Now as I repeat, your connection of R2 was from base to ground and your connection of R1 was from base to VCC. VCC का positive to R1, VCC का negative to ground, and VCC का one terminal is connected to RC, and if you want you can connect it to the you can complete the circuit also if necessary, but as for now my students are quite smart enough so they don't need to complete the circuit. हम इसी यहाँ से start करेंगे और यहाँ पे ख़त्म भी कर देंगे बेटा, लूप बोलने की भी ज़रूरत नहीं है, डायरेक्टली हम ख़त्म करेंगे आज. कैसे? लेट्स सी. Now Thevenizing the circuit on the LHS of the what do you say बी और बेस और ग्राउंड के लेफ्ट हैंड साइड के सर्किट को अगर हमने थेवेनाइज किया, सो वी गेट अ वोल्टेज VTH विच इज़ नेम्ड बाय विच इज़ ऑल्सो वी से इट एज V, विच इज़ गिवन बाय voltage into the opposite resistor, that is nothing but R2 upon the combination of resistance, that is nothing but R1 plus R2. I repeat, Thevenizing में जो वोल्टेज होता है वो वैसा का वैसा आता है, सामने वाला जो रजिस्टर होता है वो ऊपर न्यूमरेटर में आता है, यानी हम यहाँ से B और G के लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में, मतलब हम ये साइड से कर रहे हैं बेटा. सो वी आर स्टैंडिंग एट दिस टर्मिनल एंड वी आर लुकिंग इनटू द नेटवर्क. हम ये साइड देख रहे हैं बेटा, तो हम जब यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं तब हमें सामने क्या दिख रहा है, एक रेजिस्टेंस R2. हेंस R2 ऊपर आपका न्यूमरेटर में आ गया और R1 प्लस R2 आपका डिनोमिनेटर में आ गया. नाउ योर रेजिस्टेंस आर बी और आर टी एच, जो थेवेनिन रजिस्टर हम बोलते थे, थेवेनिन रजिस्टर, इट इज़ गिवन बाय आर वन पैरेलल आर टू. एंड इफ नाउ let us start with something new in diagram. Now जो आपका VCC R1 और R2 था वो आपका V या तो VTH RB या तो RTH से रिप्लेस हो गया. Now if I write a KVL in base loop and replace IC by IB, we have, अभी ध्यान देना बच्चा, we have V starting from the positive terminal V minus IBQ minus IBRB, sorry, minus IBRB minus VBE minus IC plus IB into RE. So your equation becomes V, ये मैंने VBE को इधर ले लिया तो V माइनस VBE माइनस IB मैंने कॉमन ले लिया, IB RB के अंदर भी फ्लो हो रहा था और ये 1 प्लस बीटा RE जैसे हमने पहले किया था वैसे कर लिया, विच इज इक्वल्स टू 0. सो नाउ कैन आई टेक दिस IB वाला टर्म ओवर हियर एंड पुट RB बिलो, मतलब रेजिस्टेंस वाला टर्म बिलो. सो द फाइनल इक्वेशन फॉर I turns out to be IBQ which is equals to V minus VB upon RB plus 1 plus beta into RE. बेटा मरते दम तक ये इक्वेशन भूलना मत. वाई? बिकॉज इट इज़ वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट एंड न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करने के लिए बेटा ये मेन जड़ी बूटी है, ये मेन औषधि है बेटा, तो इसे मत भूलिएगा बस. सो आई रिपीट, IBQ इज इक्वल्स टू V माइनस VB अपॉन RB प्लस 1 प्लस बीटा RE. नाउ देयरफॉर IC कैन आई से इट इज नथिंग बट बीटा इंटू IB और बीटा इंटू IB. ये जो हमने IB के लिए यहाँ पे लिखा था ये चीज़ मैंने वापस लिख दिया. IE is equals to IB plus IC. Now, if we apply KVL in the collector loop, we have VCQ is equals to applied voltage minus drop across RC minus drop across RE. If I start my journey from this point, this will be nothing but VCC minus ICRC minus VCE. VCQ equals to VCC minus drop across RC. Drop is nothing but voltage, voltage is nothing but V is nothing but I into R. So it will be ICQ into R minus IE into R. Now we have two types of analysis to be done. Before starting that, this potential divider circuit is also known as mother circuit. Why? Because ये सारे एम्पलीफायर सर्किट्स की माँ है. सारे एम्पलीफायर्स आपके यही सर्किट, यही कॉन्फ़िगरेशन में डिज़ाइन होते हैं. इसलिए whenever we will be solving this kind of numerical, we'll be referring to them as mother circuit and we'll be referring to this and this as माँ का आशीर्वाद. सो भाई यहाँ पे एक माँ का आशीर्वाद आ गया, यहाँ पे एक माँ का आशीर्वाद आ गया. Now when we'll be doing analysis, when we'll be doing some numericals based, so please do remember, if your beta RE, beta times RE is greater than 10 times of R2, then a certain set of formula has to be used. This formula when we'll be applying, when we'll be doing numerical, we'll be applying at that time. So up till then, please don't worry, and we can easily remember this while doing the numerical. So don't worry about this formula, it's very simple and very liquid. So the stability factor is given by just a moment. The stability factor over here is given by S is equals to, just a moment, let me see whether it is visible or not. S is equals to 1 plus beta upon 1 plus beta into RE upon RE plus RB. It is a similar one as we had it in the previous numerical. So it becomes very much simple for us to recollect. Now, improvement in stability, what is the main factor that makes it important? Now in equation 1, that is over here, daba IB by daba IC, which is equals to minus K, negative sign indicates that as IC increases due to increase in temperature, your IB decreases, that is due to this your IC decreases. This helps the Q point to keep nearly stable. Now from the equation in the previous one, wait, let me see whether it is there or not. Over here, over in this equation, your IBQ is equals to beta V minus VBE upon RB plus 1 plus beta RE. Now if this helps to keep your Q point from equation 1, we see that if RB is much less than 1 plus beta RE, I'll show you the formula over here. दिख रहा है बेटा यहाँ पे? नहीं दिख रहा, sorry, my bad. I'll fold it. अब दिख रहा होगा ये फॉर्मूला बेटा यहाँ पे, this one. this one. If your RB over here is very much smaller than 1 plus beta RE, then your ICQ is almost equals to V by RB. Now, why did you take V by RB? Because VBE is generally 0.7 voltage max to max to make your transistor turn on. ये VBE को काफ़ी बुक्स में VBE on भी दिया जाता है. It is the value at which your transistor turns on or starts working as an amplifier. So its value is 0.7, and the general value of VCC that we take is from 9, 12, 20, 15, 18 volts, so on and so forth. So it becomes what do you say, very much negligible. So hence IC becomes V upon RB. The equation doesn't have beta in it, therefore the biasing keeps the Q point stable